we are getting involved too quick before investigating the person we're dealing with.
Right.
Okay? So what we got to do is slow down, go at your emotional pace. We all have an emotional pace. You got to slow down and make sure your activity is not going faster than what your emotions can handle. Black woman, once you get intimate with a man, it's going to be difficult for you to do an objective assessment of him as a partner.
Yep.
Automatically, psychologically, you will try to make him look like he's the one because you gave him a cookie or 2 or 3. Okay? So the thing to do is to hold on to your cookies as long as you can until you make a proper assessment. Okay? Very important. Okay? Also, we have the issue of post-traumatic relationship disorder. Moving on to a new relationship where you know you're still in love with somebody else. It never works. Why do we always move so fast into another romance? Because we don't like being alone. And why don't we like being alone? Because when you are alone, your consciousness brings to your conscious all the personal issues you got that you need to be working on. But you don't want to work on them. And dating is one of the greatest distractions that we have in the black community. Dating and mating keeps you from serving you. And so we love to date because as long as I date, I don't have to worry about my life because I got somebody to distract me with their lives. And this is exactly why relationships tend not to last long in the hood, because when you try to make your partner a better partner, they dismiss you from their life. They're not dating you so you can help them grow. I'm not interested in personal growth. I'm interested in staying stuck where I am, and the only reason I'm dating you is so you can help my stuckness be a little bit more tolerable. Listen, Houston. Listen, Houston. You have spiritual vampires in Houston. What is a spiritual vampire? These are black people who look like people, but they're really not people. They creatures and shit. And they look regular, and they be happy, and they be nice to you. But a couple months into dating them, you notice they got personal problems that start to reveal themselves. There's some sexual molestation that was never addressed that's coming out. There's some low self-esteem that was never addressed that was coming out. There was some daddylessness or mommylessness that was never addressed. It's starting to come out. And what vampires do is they latch on to people who got more energy than them. So you can sustain their life, and they suck you and burden you with their problems, and you feel more like a mental counselor than a mate. And I'm gonna tell you right now, an emotionally troubled person is a vampire. Listen, if I'm not happy, I cannot support your happiness. If I am not happy, I cannot support your happiness. And this is a problem because when we date, too often we are judging the partner on material standards. Does he have a job? How much money do we make? What is his child support bill? How many kids she got? How she look? Can she cook? Guess what? That stuff might be marginally relevant, but what's the first thing you should be asking yourself? Is this person happy and healthy without me? Because if they're not happy and healthy without you, they're not going to be happy and healthy with you. And sisters, y'all need to cut it out because some of y'all going around trying to be social workers to men. Cut it out.
Amen.
You got some women whose self-esteem is so low, the only way they can derive a sense of purpose in life is to fix a man's life. How many of y'all got girlfriends like that? Every man she meets is a Mr. Fixer-Upper. Right? She's a Mr. Fixer-Upper. Who you dealing with now, girl? Another Mr. Fixer-Upper. Okay? Stop trying to be a social worker. This is what I call the martyr black woman. She's a martyr. She believes I'm here to be mistreated and used and help men, and they never invest in me, but I always invest in them. That's a low self-esteem system. That's a low self-esteem. Okay? Ain't nothing spiritual about that. Why you keep looking for men you gotta fix? Why not find one who can help support your happiness? He can't make you happy. Nobody can make you happy. Let me say that again. Nobody can make you happy except you. We got too many black folks running around Houston talking about, I'm looking for a sister who can make Dr. Umar happy. Happiness is an emotion. It comes from Umar Johnson. No woman in this audience, I don't care how good you look, how well you can cook, how well you bake a cookie. You cannot make me feel better about me. Can you give me pleasure? Yes, but too often we confuse pleasure with happiness. Pleasure is a sensual experience. We had sex, pleasure. We had a good date, pleasure. She gave me a back massage, pleasure. And pleasure is important, but pleasure is no match for long-term happiness. Stop settling for pleasure, because pleasure leads to addiction. That's why we got so many addicts in the black community. Shopping addicts, food addicts, drug addicts, alcohol addicts, relationship addicts. Why are you addicted? Because you're running from something. Fix what you're running from. Fix what you're running from, because can't nobody else take it away from you but you. In order to get to heaven, black people, you got to go through your own personal hell. But most of us ain't got the willpower, the motivation, or the effort, or the determination to look in the mirror and fix that person before we go spoiling somebody's life. Stay away from vampires. And you know when you got a vampire because you start feeling tired all the time. It's like, damn, I'm dating this sister, but my back been hurting since I'm damn, I keep eating, but I'm still tired. You know when you got a vampire because when they come home, they start lightning outside. There's always a dark gray haze. Even the cat don't want to be around them. And I'm not making that up. Animals are very sensitive to spirit. I used to have a snake. If a woman wasn't right, my snake get into attack mode. I said, sorry, you got to go home. Because she don't approve of you. Now, ladies, what are the type of men y'all need to be on the lookout for? Most brothers in Houston are good brothers. Cut it out. Stop beating up on black. Stop, we gotta stop that. Cut it out. Cut it out. If you want the black man to respect you, you need to respect the black man. It goes both ways. It goes both ways. It goes both ways. Most brothers are good. There's only a few you gotta look out for. Who are they, sisters? Pimps, players, predators, impregnators, and couch potatoes. Who's the pimp? The pimp is the man that will use you for your financial resources, black woman. He wants your credit and your credit card, your paycheck, take care of me, pay my child support. He's looking for a financial benefactor. Yes. He's an expert user, a professional exploiter. After he uses you, he drops you off and he go find somebody else. And then you have the player. The player is not the pimp. The pimp wants your money. The player got his own money. The player only looking for one thing in Houston. What are you looking for? The immortal cookie. And he like every flavor. Butter almond, butter pecan, lemon, fudge, caramel, vegan syrup. He like every flavor of cookie in Houston. So ladies, you gotta be careful, because some brothers never stop playing. Most men, when they find the right woman, oh my God, I found her. It just hit us like, damn, that's her. Then he might, I got 3 over here. So what he gonna start doing? A real man, he gonna start weaning them off. He gonna wean them. But here's the thing, ladies. Let him do his weaning in peace. You know what y'all do? Y'all come in like this. Call her right now and tell her she cannot see you no more. Right? He can't do that. And black man, you can't do that to no woman. You know why? She might be marrying you, but that man put her through college. He might be marrying you, but he might got a child with that woman. We respect These people we've been with, you gotta give a woman or a man enough time to separate and end that. They respected those people. You can't say, pick up the phone and tell them in front of me right now it's over.
That's what they try to do. Yeah.
Yeah, there's some time. Okay? Things can't be rushed. And yes, I do believe that you should cohabitate with somebody for a little bit before you decide to get married. Yes, I believe.
I have to agree.
I know the church don't believe me because we don't believe in shacking up, and I respect that. But as a psychologist, I believe, ladies and men, you should live with a person for a minimum of 3 months. 3 months, no more than 2 years. Ladies, if you've been living with a man for 2 years, I don't care how low his IQ score might be. He knows if he's ever going to make you a wife. He already made up his mind. Okay? Ain't nothing more to learn about you after 2 years unless you had a sex change. Then it might take a few more years. Okay? So the question, ladies, becomes when are you going to leave? Because he ain't going to leave you. Okay? This is a permanent relationship, but he's not going to make it official. Okay? After 6 months, we get a little tingle in our gut. After a year, we're pretty certain. 18 months, we on our way. 2 years, he know if you're the wife or not. I'm telling you, ladies, after 2, that's it. It's time to pack and roll. And you can ask him after 2, listen, put a ring on it, or I'm out.
Yep.
But don't be telling him to put a ring on it or you out and you don't be out.
Right.
Because now he know you got the thirsty disease. Okay? There's nothing worse than a woman going out there telling her, man, you better cut all this out because I'm a strong sister, and if it keep on going, I'll leave. And then he turned around and you still right there. I got her.
Right?
So ladies, you got to be strong. Yes, you can give your power to a man. Yes. He's the leader. Yes. But you got to make an informed decision what man you're going to give control over that household to. Yes, he's the leader, but you got to make a decision. Conscious. Don't be one of these weak women. Oh my God, I'm a woman and, we're born dependent and we're just emotional and that's weakness. No, sister, you stronger than that. State the case.
Right.
Okay? If you ain't in the business of keeping me, I'm not in the business of being kept. See you later. Because guess what? Sometimes you got to show him that as much as you love him, you are willing to separate for self-respect. And that is very attractive. A man loves a woman who got self-respect. There's nothing more attractive than a self-confident woman. She got an energy about her. She might not be the most physically glamorous woman in the room, but her energy is so powerful, it resonates. You want her. Why? Because she is invested in the God in herself. Confidence. So ladies, beware the pimp and the player, and beware of the impregnator. He's a professional baby maker that he don't take care of. Ain't nothing wrong with a lot of kids, my brother, but you got to own up to them and you got to take care of them. And you got to look out for the couch potato. The couch potato is the man who was spoiled by his mother.
Right.
His mother spoiled that boy rotten. Too many black women are destroying their sons by spoiling them. Women, stop spoiling them and raise them. Too many black women taking care of men. I'm not talking about a brother who got out of jail trying to do right and the sister holding him down. He trying, that's different. I'm talking about the brother who think he's too good to work. He just wants to stay home and you do the work.
Right.
Okay? So you got to look out for that. And then you got the predator. Sister, he's the domestically abusive man. He beats on his women. Domestic violence is a big problem, black woman, and I need you to stop putting yourself in situations where you are being abused. Black women are more likely to be abused than any other woman in America. Why? Because black men suffer more oppression. And who do we take our pain out on? The only person who has our back, that woman in that house. Sister, get out of that situation. It's not going to get better. It's only going to get worse until he gets the help that he needs. You can still love him, and you ain't got to end the relationship, but you cannot be living with him until he fixes the situation. It starts off with calling you names, Then he starts threatening physical abuse. And then you get that first smack. And if a man hits you once, he's going to hit you again. You got to know when to get up and go, black woman. And sisters, you need to be strong enough to help that sister out. Don't condemn her and don't berate her. Because some sisters can be so bad on a woman, she'll never leave the man. Well, you dumb, I don't understand. You ain't got no backbone. You weak, let them do this. Don't do that. Say, look, sister, you're going through a lot. Why don't you come stay with me for a while? And if you don't trust her around your man, then just tell her she can't come home till 6 o'clock. So it ain't no oatmeal raisin cookies, baby, while you at work. And who are the 5 types of women that the brothers got to look out for? Brothers, you got to look out for the healer, home wrecker, hot in the pants, homicidal honey, and the hopeless romantic. Now look at all the ladies moving around. Look, brothers, they can't sit still. Oh, man. He's a shit. Who talking about me? I said healer. She said, oh my God. We already talked about the healer. That's the woman who likes to fix men. She don't think she can find the man she wants, so she go find any man and think she can remake him. She remixes his life. She got a crystal ball. Crystal ball, make him into the next president of the United States. She'll get his hair cut, put him through college, buy him some clothes. And he'll walk out of her life with the same shoes she bought him. Because she improved his self-esteem and didn't improve her own. And then you got the home wrecker. This is the woman who specializes in sharing other women's men. She's an expert family destroyer. Her man been taken so much that she wants to take other women's men. Any home wreckers in here?
Nope.
Don't be ashamed.
Yeah, I don't want nobody else, man.
Then you got Miss Hot in the Pants. Nothing to talk about. She giving out cookies, they're not even done yet. Oatmeal raisin, butter pecan, lemon. Wait, I just put them in the oven. I don't give a damn. Sugar cookie. And then you got the hopeless romantic. She fall in love with every man she meets. Ladies, you got any girlfriends who fall in love with every man she meets? First date. Girl, I think you know what I just think. And fellas, you gotta be careful about her because she becomes the stalker. You know how it go. You took her out. You took her down here to One Rib to Live For. And y'all shared one rib to live for. And so you drop her off, and you drive her back home. You know what I mean? Your text messages is going off, you take your phone out, and it's her. First she thank you for a good night, got one rib to live for. And then she says, like I said, the city is very important. And I don't know how to say this, so I'm just come out and say it. First of all, I want you to know I'm a very spiritual woman. I'm in touch with my higher self. And my ancestors walk with me.
Yeah, I know someone who did the same thing.
And they told me that I was going to marry a man with 4 letters in his name. He said, my name is David. That's it. I know, but David originally only had 5 letters. And she says, my ancestors told me you're supposed to marry me. And I'm not supposed to ever let you out of my life. So I want you to know, no matter what we go through, I will always be there.
That's scary.
Brother, you better get out of there. Let me tell you how you know you're dealing with a crazy person. Male or female. You know how you know? Crazy people, they keep their eyes real wide.
What?
And they never blink. So the next time you on a date and those eyes don't blink, blow them. And if you don't, you got to get them out of there. And then the last one is the homicidal honey. Drama queen. Brother, if you're not a violent brother, get away from a violent sister. Some sisters are violent because they grew up like that. Their father was beat, their mom, every man they was with, they had to fight them. So she feels that in order for you to prove you love her, you gotta hit her. Ever been in a relationship like that, brother? Like, you don't show no jealousy over me. You don't throw my cell phone, you don't grab me up or push me or punch me in my face or nothing. There's some women who feel that the man got to be aggressive to prove love. This is a clinical syndrome. And so the gangster queen, that's her. She wants to fight you. Every time I get into an argument, she wants to box. She said, you know what? I don't like what you said. Come on outside. And she will box the hell out you in front of your homies. And then say, come give me a hug. I ain't being that. And you can always tell a homicidal honey because something about her lets you know she can rumble. It's the way she looks at you that lets you know she has criminal tendencies. First of all, any woman that be threatening to slice you or shoot you, suffocate you in your sleep, you want to get on up out of there. So the thing is, be careful when you date. Take your time when you're searching for the right person. Because what are the two most important questions, brothers and sisters, as we wrap? What's the two most important questions you got to ask yourself about your life? Happiness. Let's talk about happiness. You can still be happy. Yeah, we got to fight white supremacy, but that don't mean you got to be living miserable. There's two questions you got to answer that dictate whether you're going to be happy or not. The first one is, do you love what you do for a living? Houston, do you love what you do for a living? Are you a secretary? Do you embrace the job? You a lawyer? Do you embrace the job? I'm a psychologist. I embrace my work. I wanted to be this. It wasn't about the money. I love what I do. Do you love what you do? And you know what the other thing is? Do you love who you're spending your life with? Do you love your job and do you love your mate? If you love your job and love your mate, you're a pretty happy person. You have purpose and you have somebody to spend your life with. That's happiness. When you don't love your job and love your mate, you just want to stay home with them all day and never go to work. Because you hate the damn job. And if you love the job and hate your mate, you are overtime lover. You want to do overtime. You never want to go home. And you make up excuses. I really love my job. No, you don't. You hate who's at home waiting for you.